finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls it. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Between the hashes, it's Kringle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. They'll run the screen. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and long right here. Wide receiver going in motion. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one the last time out, and he's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. But he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Davis looking to pass. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Left side, it's Buchanan. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46.
Number 99, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return.
Will take over first and 10.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still second down. Mensah, they're all over it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. He'll try the left side. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Makes the grab in their space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Working the ground game. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return.
Miami Hurricanes will take over 1st and 10.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. He'll pull it down. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Mensah to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Oh, maybe a double pass. Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Jacobs.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out.
Number 22, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Keep it on the ground. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Davis looking to pass. Hauls it in. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
a lot of room to the right. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Number 99, set to advance on the football.
Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Bling, bling, bling. Black Luther.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guy. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Lofton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Left side is Lofton. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. Powers through the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab in the end zone.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And he tacks on the extra point. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Connection to the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the 1st half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Mensah. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Canes. They'll They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if he's going to run it. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Snapped on 4th down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the number 22 team, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And it's the Flames coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Still looking to his right. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Davis will throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on third down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's third down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Return throws out of bounds.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's Mensa to throw. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. Nice play to knock that one down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Pringle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quick completion on the out. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got it and still on his feet. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he could block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Throwing, Mensah. Right side, it's Lofton. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Sets his feet. It's Marshall. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Miami! How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Miami 35, Michigan 17. Number 22, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits the hole. It's Young. At the 35, he's loose. Bulldozes his way through. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 9.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now trail 30. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first.
Set to kick this one.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11.
Break. Let's go. Hey, easy. 242, Thunder. 242.
Knocked down behind the line, and this defense trying to shut down the running game and set the tone right out of the gate.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for room. Quick give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Comes down, it's Buchanan.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wants to throw on first. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw again. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Davis will throw. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught him. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead is now 5 here in the first.
And this one started out kind of bizarre, haven't it? Like you got the defense that put 2 on the board. Now the special teams adds 3. All we need next is the defense to score. And wait a minute. Hey, guys, are we in Iowa?
He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone first, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something.
And he's got room. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Wide receiver going in motion. Mensah. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Second and long here. He's changing the play. They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Jacobs. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. That pass is incomplete.
And I just think he put too much zip on the ball. I mean, he threw that thing hard, but let him a little bit too much, and the receiver really didn't have a chance to make a play.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get...
It's a running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 10.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. Sells to run, looking to pass. Got rid of it just in time.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that run.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Michigan! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
And the point after is good.
Miami, 0. Number 99, set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. Throwing, Mensah. Good job just to get rid of that one.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On the ground, it's Pringle. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third and 6 yards to go. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got an open man. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. This could be a pivotal moment. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game they continue to be without their starting running back. But the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. To throw, Manning. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got...
Snagged it, and there's running room. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Throwing Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Wingo. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Here's Arts to throw. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I love the aggressive nature by the offense, trying to throw this in the end zone for a TD, but this is the risk when you drop your quarterback back close to the goal line.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover.
Red 18, red 18. Shift. Slides, right in he goes.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Russell. Complete. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throwing Russell. Moving out to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Russell. Flush to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they're just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
On 3rd down, here's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Now on the move. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
Still running at the 35. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Making the adjustment on the play. Right side, it's Lockett. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Arch Madness. Dumps it to the back. Left side, it's Lockett. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Manning from the gun on third down. A strike downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They'll send the back in motion, making the adjustment. Here's Manning to throw. Out wide right, it's Wingo. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together, a really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points, but a chance to tie this up going into the half. And considering this offense hasn't played great, that would be a big win.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He gets it past the 30 and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. The Tide will get the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
On first down, it's Bothwell again. Steamrolls his way ahead. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hand it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Trying to squeak through the pile. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Russell. Firing deep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the extra point was good.
Texas.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Toss to the left. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, this is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, Number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Right side, it's Wingo. Open spaces. 30. He's at the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Straight ahead, it's Lockett. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Booster.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Manning rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long.
Here we go. Chip. Level.
Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They need a huge play on third and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Out wide right, it's Coleman. A big stop from this defense as they force a fourth down, and a decision coming right now. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3 from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keelan Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
They'll run it. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Got his man. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo. Now here's Russell.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense.
Snags it and he's open. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. throwing Russell. Takes a shot at the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
Alabama, number 1, with the catch in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out.
Set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Arch is going to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Time to take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 23 team, the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Owls coming away with a...
He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They only need about the length of the football to convert on second down. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Using his feet. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard. For yardage. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Could be an alley. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Brown again. And he breaks the play. Touchdown Tide. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Texas, 7. Number 31, set to kick this one away. Texas.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets a block. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger.
First and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Stopped right there.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To throw, Manning. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Manning to the air again. Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Buying time to his right. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Right side, it's Brown. Could not make his way to the corner. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50.
Hey, second.
On the move. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be second and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Russell. Out wide right, it's Gibson. Alabama will get the first down.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Sees a crease. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Alabama quickly back to the line. Here's Gibson one more time. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Calls his own number. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll return it. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Dangerous throw there that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Still looking. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Hart's going to spin it again. Left side is Townsend. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Right side, it's Bishop. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Longhorn.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Throwing Manning. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tide ready to roll on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to...
Makes a grab and room to run. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run.
38, Texas, 13. Number 31, set to advance on Texas.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Texas, 13. Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Longhorns will take over. 1st and 10.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Manning with a play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Buried before he could blink.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Fourth down, Manning. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. Plows through the defense. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Alabama pushing the tempo. Here's a give to Bothwell. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it with Bothwell. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. On the ground. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Number 0 in the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Working that left side now. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Number 31, set to Texas.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Arch Madness. Out wide left, it's Townsend. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes.
Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
To the air, it's Manning. Stepping to the right. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Running behind that left side. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Brings up 2nd down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Alabama.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.